It's the election season in the U.S. and the Democrats' nomination contest has officially begun in South Carolina. Notably, South Carolina transformed Joe Biden's fortunes in 2020 presidential polls, while Republican candidate and former Governor Nikki Haley struggled in her home state. In the South Carolina primary, U.S. President Joe Biden will appear on the ballot for the first time as the state will launch the race for presidential nominations for the Democratic Party. Interestingly, Democrats picked the South Carolina state as it allows the 17-year-olds who will be 18 by the 2024 general election to vote in presidential primaries. The polling will be conducted from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. local time. Speaking about the Democratic contenders in South Carolina, President Joe Biden's challengers on the ballot will be Minnesota Congressman Dean Phillips and Marianne Williamson. In New Hampshire, Dean Phillips received 20% votes of the electorate, while Williamson managed to earn only 4% of the votes. Shifting focus on the arch-rival for the Republicans, the contests are already underway after registering victories in New Hampshire and Iowa. After defeating Republicans Ron DeSantis and Vivek Ramaswamy, former President Donald Trump is all set to defeat his last standing Republican rival Nikki Haley in her home turf. Talking about the key issues raised by the voters of South Carolina, according to the Emerson College poll, 4 out of 10 voters say the economy is the most important issue for the state, followed by other burning issues such as immigration and threat to democracy. Among the voters, 40% of the voters opposed the state law banning abortions after 6 weeks, while 38% of the voters backed the law. And for more on this, our correspondent Susan Teherani has sent us this report from New York.
Joe Biden will appear on the primary ballot for the first time on Saturday in South Carolina this election cycle. The Biden campaign hopes that he will have a commanding lead towards victory in that state. But what's important for voters in South Carolina? 4 in 10 say it's the economy, followed by immigration and border security. And then after that, it's the threat to democracy. But then when you narrow it down to parties, for Democrats, 28% still say it's the economy, followed by health care, and then a threat to democracy, and then a small percentage point, the right to abortion as well. We do know that the Republican primaries are well underway, with former President Donald Trump having a commanding lead both in Iowa and New Hampshire. He hopes to knock out his final rival, Nikki Haley, in her own home state of South Carolina, where she used to be governor, on February 24th. Susan Teherani reporting from New York for WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.